Bog turtle, Joe Sartori photograph at Atlanta Zoo. Spotlit savior, queen of mud, where you dive, I will burrow. Forgive my words, my soggy life. Where you rise, I would rise. Ridged, expanding shell of pond, infusion of the raided night, tiny cathedral of your trimmed mouth, grandmother lip, head that lifts and brings the swampy sunset in, to drape your chin. What do you love? The shelter that presses your loose limbs home, or this leap, ancient claws scuttling on glass? Clearly he, this man with lens, has held you, placed you before us like a model on death's long and inglorious runway. But even here, your dark eye scans. You sniff toward air or the call of some further brackish swarming water. Apple Creek to Uruguay for Amanda Berenger and Jose Pedro Diaz. In a house in Worcester, for a week I lived with the two of you, heading out in the morning, waving goodbye as if I were your grown son, to teach poetry down in Apple Creek, then returning for dinner and conversation around the fire, where we'd sift through each other's words as if we were minors in the stream of half-known languages. You'd been appalled by your time in America, guests of the local college, but welcomed by so few, so kept to yourselves as if under house arrest, and seemed to consume like stew the poems by my fourth grade charges. There's poetry in America, you asked? We thought there were only banks. And then we touched the poems, read them back to each other, line by line, the dictionary between us from the children. They brought the president 3 grasshoppers, but the mule broke down in the frog. Sky married cloud. They said, how will we get our children blue and white? Once an earthworm said to itself, I must dig farther into the road. Only then did I know what I was heading toward as the road wove the morning around the river to that little town. The rapids and the defunct mill, the green wheat all around. I told them of your sunsets, Amanda, across the bay of Montevideo, which splintered their way into your nightly poems in 3 versions, the painterly, the mathematical, and then the geometric. Letters enlarged and shrunken, rearranged and sliced as they slid over the waters of your bay. The sky before, minus the 4 quarters, times the wind bleeding is greater than after. Amanda plus the hourly storm times the exact decline equals Amanda by day blended through Amanda by night. And you, Jose Pedro, with your tiny crystal stories, where yellow umbrellas were kept like secrets below the bed. Yellow umbrellas coming to live beside us, flourishing their fins, umbrellas swimming with us, thickening our strokes, webbing their skin-like appendages through our own. Last night in my dream, you brought a cake to the table, one you'd spent the afternoon on, the blue sheen of the river inside, and opened up all the walls as simply as a folding back curtains, saying we could sleep again amongst the stars. And I never knew what I was doing, what any of those young days meant. Till you held them in your circle of gentle hands, like poems before a fire, and together we threaded them like tiny sparks, the dictionary of the universe between us, threaded them up through the moon. So, Blue Heron Training Manual. Wait and wait. Get that down first. See if you can disappear into each mirror, as if into a stream. Set the others off stage. They will perform the eyes of the fish. When you no longer recognize yourself, you might be ready for the water. Recall when you first stretched your wings, the early muscles forming like strands of tendon light back in the rookery, then edged out on the high limbs with your pectinated grasp, clinging to the sycamore's whitening embrace. Perfect your awkward landings till they glide like a chosen name. Crook the neck. You've watched this in the elders, that fold at the center, which I know will likely seem too long. Bring it in and under, just at the moment when pride pulls you straight. You will wade across blind stones like the council of good friends. The dark shafts of your legs reveal themselves at last stiller than the night. Those who hide in the current will never know you are afraid. Those who dove too early, broken from their tight white shells, and tunnel forever into the teeth-filled valley, are here with you, a courted fisher. Look, stab, swallow. There are long months of solitude before you. When pressed,